Okay.
Right. Mailbag. Come on. Chop, man.
We're over at Facebook, and I'm looking at 3 posts from Peter Ukachi.
Does Peter like us or hate us?
Well, one of his comments is, "This is funny news."
Okay, that's a plus.
And I think I like that. Now, hang on. I'm just trying to...
You couldn't just put these all together beforehand like a professional might do.
Are you nuts? Episode 490, he left a laugh at.
Checking.
An episode that had the...
Wait a minute. You're checking laugh ats?
No. He put a laugh...
it wasn't the emoji thing you just punched.
No. Yeah, it was. It's just he laughed at 490. He liked it. That's the corn maze firearm discharge, media studies, disinformation.
Was that the guy who shot himself?
Yep.
I still have a question about that.
Corn out of his boot.
Yeah, and they always say that he said, right? I still have a question about that one.
Yeah.
It didn't have a safety. I'm sorry.
How did it not have
How does it not have a safety? Either it has a manual lock and load safety, right?
Yeah.
Or you have to have your hand in the firing position in the correct way to run it, or it won't. Well, I mean, that's how Glock does it, right?
Yeah. Well, they've got a safety inside the trigger. So as long as you don't put your finger inside the trigger guard, you're in pretty good shape.
Yeah.
And if it's a revolver,
so if I'm bending over,
what the hell was he thinking?
If I'm bending over, getting a kernel of corn out of my boot, I am not putting my finger on my Glock trigger. I'm just saying.
Right.
So it must have been, it had to be an old school revolver, but even they have safeties, don't they?
Not so much. Because they're usually double.
And by the way, don't buy a silencer for your revolver. That's just a waste of money.
Stupid.
And yet you see it on TV. No, see? All the boom is behind it here.
All this stuff happens.
Not contained. Anyway, dude, thanks for,
thanks for checking us out. He's also subscribed, or he's following us on Facebook. So that's nice.
Wait, hang on. I'm so choked up.
He also liked the Swedish Cobra on the Slither episode. The e-vape shop, Keystone Robber.
Slither Snake. They found him, by the way.
Oh, did they?
Yeah, I was going to update you 10 days later. Not 10 days, but 10 days after he got out. So about 4 days after we did the story, they found his little ass. Do they have asses, too? Cobras? They must have something.
They've got.
I know they've got cute hoods for winter.
Yeah, well, there is that. So
why are they in such warm climates if they have hoods?
That's what I was thinking. Well, they're prepared for the eventual global cooling.
Warming.
Frosting. Cooling.
Dissolving.
In any case.
Somebody's going to pour Drano on us.
Going over to YouTube from Patrick Reed.
Wait, hang on. They can see us over there.
Yes, they can. He says this was
my makeup look bad. I feel like my forehead's clearing.
This is true. Really, 490.
Paying absolutely no attention to me.
I know.
I'm crushed.
I'm trying to pay attention.
I'm sorry.
I'm doing.
Pat, what are you doing?
I'm reading about Patrick Reed, our man in Liverpool.
Not the golfer.
No. BBC have we made some remarks about the media not being impartial. BBC have long since lost any semblance of impartiality. They lean heavily to the left and are verging on woke. It's not news anymore. It's opinion.
Yeah.
Right.
That was, by the way, a bad day for me.
Why?
I caught the news on BBC America one day, a while ago.
Yeah.
Thought, well, this should be good because the BBC has a worldwide reputation for being no frickin' better than NBC or ABC. Shoot. Because I'd given up on CBS.
Well, yeah. I don't.
Dan Rather killed that for me. Thanks, Dan.
I just, I watch, I'll dip into some of the big news channels, but mostly I go looking for multiple sources.
Old school, USA. Okay.
Yeah.
And if you're not this age, I apologize. Get out Google. I could tell as a young teen, that at the end of his career, Walter Cronkite, I don't know how he did earlier because I was not paying attention.
Mm-hmm.
It was the news. I didn't care.
Uncle Wally.
I just didn't care. He was on. Yeah. He was talking. He had a definite left lean.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
I remember Howard K. Smith was on ABC at the time.
Mm-hmm.
for which they used the opening of the Edmund Fitzgerald on the video. That was very cool. Anyway, Howard sort of slanted a little left.
Mm-hmm.
The only ones I'm not sure of were Huntley and Brinkley. I mean, come on, they work for NBC, which is about as far left as you can go without running into ABC.
Maybe not then.
I don't know. Yeah, that's what I'm wondering.
But that would have been a good feeling. I don't know what your politics are. Thank you for doing the news.
And I look back and I go, I should have watched them more. Because even Edward R. Murrow had a...
Oh, but Murrow came to think very differently about a few things later on in his career.
But not till very late in his career.
Yeah, it was very interesting, especially the House Committee on Un-American Affairs and the McCarthyist stuff. He found out the truth.
Oh, no.
Went, whoops.
No, he's very left.
Yeah.
Murrow,
and then he came
when
back.
I knew him, was very left.
Yeah.
It came back a little bit, but his last stuff he did for CBS for those reports, right? The CBS report things.
Yeah.
All had that uncomfortable feel to them. And not uncomfortable because what he was showing us was uncomfortable. It was.
Yeah.
But just the slant with which it was. Anyway, I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. We can,
Anyway, Patrick, I agree, man. And it was a day I grew up when, of course, I was 23. When I figured out the BBC was not right down the middle, straight up news.
This is True Really News, episode 493. 2 comments.
Uh-oh.
From Patowski Ukachi. And I'm thinking this is Peter Ukachi from Facebook,
who's
here on YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
You guys are so funny AF.
Uh-huh.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Cheers, mate.
There's some good comedy here. Thank you, sir.
There is. You have to weed through a lot of bad stuff, but there's some.
There's the occasional piece of something that isn't dreck.
Yeah, most weeks.
Let's move on to the ridiculous.
I mean, when we work 6 days a week, 75 weeks a year, what do you expect?
We meet once a week.
That's what you say.
A couple hours.
That's what you keep saying, and yet I'm down here every day recording.
No, you're down here every day playing back.
Oh, come on. You know better than that.
Well, then you don't even work that much. Oh, my goodness. You're just...
I'm retired. I don't need to work. My wife supports me for another 2 years or so.
Yeah, that'll be very nice, won't it?
I hope so. I better be dead by then. Otherwise, I'm going to cost us a lot of money.
Okay.
Well, there, I dragged that out into a three-day episode.
That's okay. They're popular.